Okay, the bid's in. Brantwaite's bid, opening bid of 35 million plus add-ons. We're getting in all the details on that. Last night we went live. We've touched on it again this morning. We was expecting Manchester United to come in with a bid. We weren't expecting it to be this quick. Ineos have definitely got a shift on with this and looking to make Brantwaite the first signing for Manchester United. All the details on that, Ornstein is all over it. It's really interesting to know that, like, every time anything happens under Ineos, and since Ineos have come in, Ornstein is the first one to know about it, and he's the only one that gets it absolutely bang on. Some people have been saying 45 million, some people have been saying 35. It now looks like it's 35 plus the add-ons. We'll get into that on all of the details. I want your thoughts on it, guys. Excuse me, on what's happening tonight, and Manchester United making their moves and making their intentions very clear. But there has been a backlash. There has been the obvious rejection from Everton. I'm going to get into everything that's going on, all of the news stories that are going around and circulating regarding Brantwaite and everything else going on at Manchester United. It is transfer deadline day, transfer window day. It is officially open, like we said this morning, and United are the first to make a significant move. Is it going to be one of them long drawn-out stories, though, for Manchester United? Because I'm going to bring you the Everton side of things in a minute as well. But, guys, get your comments in. Please give the video a like and get involved. Make sure you subscribe, because then you can get involved in the live chat as well. In that live chat, I have pinned the details for the watch-along information on Tifo. We are going straight over to Munich. Well, we're watching the game from Munich. It is Germany against Scotland, the opening night of the Euros. That's on tonight as well on Tifo, and that is open to everyone on FUTV now, not just the members. So get involved in that, get across and join in the fun. Anyway, let's get into what is actually going on. Hello, everyone already in the chat. Hope you're doing fantastically well. Let me know your thoughts on that opening bid and what you think that means. Are you impressed with it? Was it expected? Do you feel like Ineos are really pushing the luck? I think they were with a 35 million. I mean, I was always of the thinking 45 sort of million with this. But anyway, let's see. Let's see what goes down with it. But yeah, so the news was broke earlier on today. Manchester United have, well, it was on about an hour ago. Manchester United have submitted a bid. Manchester United have made an opening offer worth 35 million to sign Jarrod Branthwaite from Everton. The bid is deemed unacceptable and is set to be rejected in due course. Manchester United's rejected offer for Jarrod Branthwaite was a fixed fee of 35 million with 8 million in add-ons that would be activated only if the player or the club reach certain milestones. Other news on this one, and that is from the Everton side of things, is that they will not be pushed into a quick-fire sale before June 30th. Obviously, the big date, the PSR date, financial fair play date. We've been discussing that aplenty. They're not going to be pushed into this. In terms of where this goes from here now, just expect Manchester United to be fully rejected. There are news stories going around already that rejection has come, and Everton will not be accepting anywhere near what Manchester United have put in. So it's a first bid, and obviously United are testing the water. Like previous seasons, God knows what Man United's first bid would have been. Ineos are, we'll say, shrewd operators. They know what they're doing around business transactions. They have got the right people in place. Who is dealing with this transfer, who is in charge of this transfer is the unknown without without the obvious, which is the sporting director in Dan Ashworth. So we're guessing it's Wilcox who's leading it with it. But it is a bit of a bold one, isn't it? 35 million. A lot of people have said that he's not worth any more than 35 million. Now, Everton actually rate him upwards of 60 and 70. They say he's in the bracket alongside other signings that have been made in recent years, including Guardiola at Manchester City, and we know what City paid for him. They rate Jarrod Branthwaite up there. Now, that's ridiculous. You cannot rate Jarrod Branthwaite in the same bracket as them established centre-backs. Yes, he is a prospect. He's a very good centre-back and does fetch decent value, but decent value doesn't mean that it's the same value as established international centre-backs that have been cutting it at the highest level. So the realism of this has to hit home with Everton as well. And the fact that financial fair play is in play here and PSR is in, I don't think Everton can demand anywhere near the price that they want for Jarrod Branthwaite. When it comes to the 60, 70 million mark, I think they're going to be... they're up shit creek without a paddle in hoping for that price. They really are. 35 million is a good opening bid. I feel, just my initial thoughts on where this bid is at, I expected 40 million for Manchester United. The 8 million in add-ons is one of them. It's like Anthony Martial winning the Ballon d'Or. It'd be something like that. It's never, ever going to happen. And I think Everton's realistic look on it is, well, you're going to need to bump up the initial fee to make this swing at all. The add-ons, I don't think they're going to have a problem with. I think everyone accepts certain add-ons, certain phases, like accomplishments. If United qualify for the Champions League, something might happen. If United, I don't think you're going to be bothered in paying a little bit more of a fee if you get into the Champions League for Jarrod Branthwaite, are you? Because it just means that it's worked and United are right back up there again. So no issue at all with that. But I think it's going to work out for me. I reckon with add-ons, I think this deal could get up in around the £65 million mark. Just my thought on it. I just feel like Manchester United are going to be in around the 50 mark. That's where I think it's going to be. 50 odd, something like that. I reckon, actually, I'm going to go 60 with add-ons for Jarrod Branthwaite. And if it is 8 million add-ons, that means around about the £52 million mark. I think United will go to that. And I think that, realistically, is still value for a player at that age who has got the Premier League experience, who's got years on his side. You're talking a decade here. If this works out and they are fully convinced and they want to get Jarrod Branthwaite, you've got 10 years minimum of centre-back quality in Manchester United. Now, no, it could go completely wrong. Jarrod Branthwaite could just fall flat on his face and be a complete flop at Manchester United. We've seen it before. But it's just how this is working out and how Brantwaithe, it just feels different. I don't know if it's because Ineos are doing it. I don't know if it's because I'm being gullible and stupid and just excited that something different is going to happen at Manchester United. And we're fans at the end of the day. We just want the best for Manchester United. And we do get a little bit carried away in a lot of circumstances, especially when there's something new coming and something new happening. But he is a good player. And he is probably worth around about 40, 50 million. I think the situation we're in, I don't think United, and with us being the only club in for Jarrod Branthwaite, I think this is where United will hang tight. There's no rush at all for this. This deal doesn't even have to get made before June 30th. It doesn't. It probably benefits United more if it happens after. And then Everton can start saying what they want to say. But Brantwaite's head has been turned. He wants in at Manchester United. The personal terms have been agreed. It's the green light from him. He will just push on to Everton right now. And Everton, if they want to be forced into a quick sale, I don't know the full circumstances because we're not... we haven't got access to Everton's finances. We don't know where they're at right now. If they do need to sell a player before June 30th, which is being reported what it is, then I just expect this bid to go up a little bit. I don't expect it to go near where they want. I think they will get more as an initial fee. I think that'll be up near 40-something maybe. And then they may try and get a little bit more in add-ons or something like that. I think a deal will get done. I think a deal will get struck. And it is now official. Manchester United and Everton are in full-on communications. Bids are officially in. And it's now just a tit-for-tat. To-in and fro-in from each club. Who's the best negotiator? Where will United finish at the end of it? Will we have had our pants pulled down again? Or will we have stood firm and got a good deal out of Everton? Anything over 50... If you're pushing me, 50 is my max. Like if it's like 51, 52, couple of mil, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Like we can ride that. But and you start to get over 55 million, I think we're being had a little bit. I do. I just think that there is a player there, but you need to see that player at the top level. Like Everton are just banking on what they've seen in their academy and 2 seasons in professional football, really. That's it. That's their valuation. Manchester United, like we said last night, have just jumped on the financial fair play situation Everton are in, and they're hoping that they can bid them down. I'm going to come to the comments now, as always, 10 minutes in, and get your thoughts on this and see where you're at. So let's get into the comments and scroll back up a little bit. Okay. It's good to see us getting some work done early for once. 35 mil is a cheeky opening offer, though. I think 50 mil tops for Brantwaithe with add-ons, so that could go up to 60 million for Sam. Hugh says 35 million is deluded. They will never sell for less than 60. Well, we're not going to go in with a stupid bid first of all, are we? And we've done this before. We did it with Mason Mount. We went straight in at Chelsea's asking price. So we're doing the right thing. We've got in early. The window's only just opened, and we've got an initial bidding for a good player already. It's a positive. John Ralph says, let's see if Ineos knows what they are doing. Smart move is they let it be known that they are also after another centre-back. Pivot quickly instead of overpaying like they do for every signing. Well, in the reports, it is said that Manchester United will negotiate, and they feel like they can get Jarrod Branthwaite for the £50 million mark. Anything above that, they have other options and can walk away. So this is why they've gone to the player and got his head. United could have literally just hung tight and seen this month out, and Everton might have buckled because they need the money. They've got Branthwaite on board. He wants to make the move. I think everything is pushing in United's direction right now, and they hold the cards. And we'll see. We'll see what Everton's resolve is and how much they can go to. But I do believe that United have got other options, and they can easily just move away. And Everton won't get the money they need, and they'll be looking at starting the season off possibly with another point deduction and being in trouble with the Premier League again. So I think it's in Everton's best interest to make a deal happen before the window, before the actual financial fair play cut-off has passed. And we'll see. We'll see. Like, the new investors coming in may say, look, we'll back you when we come in towards the back end of the window. So any point deduction we'll try and offset with bringing a better set of players in. Does the fine and the point deduction go up if you are convicted of not following the rules or not meeting the rules and guidelines for financial fair play? Will Everton get more points taken off for it being their third time? We don't know. We don't know what the Premier League will do. The Premier League are in a tough situation as it is at the moment, but I think Everton will end up selling to United. I do. At this stage now, with bids going in, with it being fully official, I think United will get what they want, which is Brantwaithe, and I think they'll get him for around about 50. I do. I think that's realistic. It is. And I think that's what everyone has been saying. It's been between 40 and 50 million. Everyone thinks it will work. Bid should be 50 plus add-ons. What's we got in here? Let's hope for a good summer of new players coming in and Deadwood going out. United need to sell Deadwood to get these players in. Nice to see us breaking the fee up. I think Sky reported 45 plus add-ons. Well, I'm going to go with Ornstein. He's pretty much been bang on the money with absolutely everything that's come from United, like I said, since Ineos took over. So I do believe that 35 million plus add-ons, that's the real figure that's being given to Everton. They've rejected it within their rights, and we move on to the next bid. How quickly United come back will be interesting. Are they going to come straight back in, or are they going to let Everton sweat for a little bit? I think they wait a little bit now and not show their hand too early. I think it's normal football negotiations. I'm not going to say how United are going to operate, but let's just see. Like we said, it's the intrigue now of knowing exactly what Ineos are all about and how they're going to work this. I will be so happy if Sir Jim Ratcliffe invests money in our club. I will even begin to support Sir Jim if he invests in our club. Adam, I am looking at buying a new kit and renew my Manu account. Sadiq, if you want a new kit, mate, then come and join me over on the watch along on T4. The link is above, mate. I will give you all the information you need to get a kit at a decent price, mate, with our kit sponsors here on FUTV, the kit man. So make sure that you do jump across the T4. There is a pin comment right at the top of the chat, guys. If you want to come over and watch the watch along, it will be me and Kaz tonight. So if you want to see Kaz on the watch along, guys, get in it. She's going to be there. Everton need money more than we need Brantwaithe. That's a good point, Louise. Yeah, I would say that. Like, there's no rush, but it'd be nice to get a centre back in, wouldn't it? It would. Gary says, problem is he's one of a few decent assets they have to sell, so not going to happen at 35. No one thinks it's going to happen at 35 million. I think for that team, Everton, to be getting any player out of Everton for 50 million is good, really good. Breaking news on Sky, Roma owner bought Everton. They don't need money anymore. That's not passed over yet, though. It's not done. And they need to meet Premier League, Gary. So it takes a long time for that to be official and money being pumped in. Plus, Everton having a new owner, let's be honest, it doesn't work that way, does it, with financial fair play? They cannot put money in to balance financial fair play. It has to be done through the club's own finances and their revenues, and the revenue streams coming in and out, balancing them. So it doesn't matter if new owners are in. All I'm saying is, with the new owners, will Everton wait and then take the punishment from the Premier League if the new owners can actually help them out elsewhere? It's a difficult one to judge in terms of what they know about financial fair play, but Everton, more than any football club in the Premier League right now, will not want to be testing the wrath of the Premier League with more sanctions against them for breaching the rules of financial fair play and PSR, will they? I do not think so. Barry says, nothing wrong with a cheeky low offer, but Ineos will have a ceiling and won't go above it, and it'll walk away. They will walk away. This is why I'm really intrigued. Like, if it gets to that £50 million mark, and that's everything United are in for, maybe it's with add-ons on top of that. Maybe that's including add-ons. If it gets to that stage and Everton reject, that's when I start looking and I go, okay, here we go. Let's get the popcorn out now. Let's see what Sir Jim and his boys are really up against and what they're really prepared to do. I think they'll walk away, and everyone will be gobsmacked. They will. And then Everton will shit themselves. They will. They're not used to this. I don't think anyone is prepared for what Ineos are about to do. Like, even United fans are not used to this. But we've seen it. Like, before, we'd have already had Dan Ashworth in place right now, or whoever it is that we were being priced at. We would have already been paying over the top for someone, a director of football or anyone like that, to be in at the football club. It's not going to happen with Ineos. They are not going to be ripped off by any football club in the Premier League, especially. So I look at that and I go, if they walk away, there's a sign that Manchester United mean business. They've given everything. This is what City used to do, by the way. Like, go in, keep the bids going in, keep the bids going in. How much? Yeah, forget it. See you later. We can go elsewhere. We're not bidding that much. We've got our price. This is our budget. We're banking on selling certain players to fund this, and we're not going to go above it. It's as simple as that. And I do think that we will walk away. I think Ineos will walk away from it. Players agent is going to have to earn some corn to get this deal done. Put pressure on Everton. Jonathan, he will be more than on this right now. Brantwaite's agent will be all over this. This is where agents play their part big time. This is where they come in and really get the deal moving, because he will want his fee at the end of the day. He probably knows that no one's going to bid more than what Manchester United are going to bid anyway. So it's in his interest to get Brantwaite. Like, Brantwaite's already got that contract offer, which he's happy with. His client's happy. He now has to push on to Everton and make this happen. There's no one at Everton worth more than 45 million, in my opinion. There's no one worth more than that. Not even Anana in midfield. I know what, he'd be a good play for Manchester United at the age he is as well. He fits the model on what we really need. But I don't think we're going to be able to get two players out of Everton. Centre-back, we all knew, was the priority for Manchester United going into this summer. And I'm happy that we are going in that area first of all with our first signing, if it does happen. Michael Vine, media hype has driven price just like the hype players. Very few are as good as the hype, and very few are worth the values. And Brantwaithe is not a 35 million player in my eyes. I'm sorry, mate, you're going to be upset, Michael, because I think he is going to get to about 50 million. He's worth what someone is willing to pay. And Ineos, I think, will pay 50, and that's it. Because they understand the value later on down the line. They are buying a young 21-year-old centre-back, accomplished centre-back, who's already played in the Premier League. who will integrate very well into Manchester United and be set for 10 years. This is a future-proof investment for Ineos, as they see it. And you know what? How many contracts will this guy have? Buying a player in at that age gives you so many more options going forward. Football-wise, financial-wise, it opens up so many doors. If this deal is done, what's going to happen with our left side centre-back with Martinez on that position? Brantwaithe can play on the right. He plays with both feet. Martinez will play on the left. Brantwaithe will play on the right. This is why we're going for Brantwaithe, because he's versatile. And this is what Ten Hag loves as well. So he would never say no. We said this the other day. He will never say no to someone like Brantwaithe. If Ineos brought the player forward and said, this is how we're running Manchester United, this is our recruitment set up, here's a player that we think you should have, Ten Hag might have had other targets. He's not going to turn this away. He's not. Guys, please give the video a like. Just a couple away from hitting over the 100 mark, over 500 in the room with us. Please share the video, like, and do subscribe. Drop in the description, guys. Quickly, join our Fantasy Euro Dream Team League. Our mini league is up right now, guys. You've got literally, an hour to get your team in. Get on it right now. And in there, as well as in the live chat, is a link to the watch along, which will be tonight on Tifo. Tifo is a brand new platform which I've been working with for months behind the scene now, trying to build to be the best watch along platform that there is out there. And it's going to be epic, guys. It's open. It starts tonight. So get on it. It's full on couch mode with beers and everything else. Watch along. It's what it's all about. It's a proper British summer. Come on, let's have it. Luis says, I don't think we have time to let Everton sweat. Too much to do. Get him at 40-45 or move on to the next one. I don't have a problem with that, Luis. I can see why we would do that as well. I think, you know what? I think Ineos will be making that point across to Everton as well. I think they'll be saying, look, like when this bid gets rejected, the next line of communication will be on the lines of, look, we're willing to go this far at this time, and then you're on your own. See you later. Good luck selling him to anybody else. Because no one's going to bid anywhere above Manchester United's offer. And Everton will have to sell Brantwaithe. They have to balance books. The new stadium isn't going to be ready until next season. Not next season, the season after. So the 25-26 season is when it is going to be ready. So they need to get money in now. They cannot afford to be dropping points again. They can't afford, even with new owners coming in, they cannot afford to drop down out of the Premier League. It's not financially viable to play the Championship with a brand new stadium for Everton. It could be the demise of the club. They know what they have to do. They just have to stay afloat so the investment from the new owners in the infrastructure can come in. And it takes time for that to settle in and trickle through. So they know what they need to do now. This will pretty much see them through into the new financial year. And I think they will buckle. I do. Manchester United are prepared to pursue other targets if Everton are unwilling to negotiate over a fee for Jarrod Branthwaite, who is keen to join United. Everton will need to compromise with the fee from Rob Dawson. Gums, yeah, that's what I've just talked about there. Cheers for that, mate, just so everyone can see. They will walk away. It'll be interesting to see if we can get multiple deals on the go at once, unlike when Arnold and Myrtle were there. Yeah, it would. Because we're talking at the moment, we talked this morning about Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but there is a report going around today earlier on as well that Fenerbahce were in for Victor Lindelof as well. So this is where it all starts to get interesting. Like, a bid has been, the reported bid is nowhere near what Manchester United want. So, looking at it, I don't know what United would value Lindelof at. I mean, you could say he's an international player. He's coming to the end, twilight of his career. So what can you expect for Victor Lindelof? Realistically, not too much. I think he's a £10 million player. The bid is round about 6. I think United get 10 for Lindelof, 15 to 20 million for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We've done very well there. We can scrape together then another 25 million for Harry Maguire. Then we're moving. But I think we'll keep one of them. I think we'll keep Maguire, personally. I think that's what will happen. Jonathan says, this is the first deal they can't afford to get their pants pulled down. No, they can't, and they won't. It's not even a worry that United are going to get ripped off in this. It will be 50 million, and there will be nothing above that, I don't think. There may be some add-ons that trickle it over a little bit, but they'll be absolutely obscure, nigh on impossible add-ons in terms of the achievement level to trigger them add-ons. Like I said before, it'd be something like Martial winning the Ballon d'Or. It's never going to happen. Realistically, the initial bid is the one that Everton are really pushing United on because they know that's the real money. Everything else, at the end of the day, if they want 5 million add-ons for Man United getting in the Champions League, and sign the leading deal. Because to be back in the Champions League and the riches that brings, 5 million is a snip. So, I'd rather be paying a bit more on add-ons for us achieving something if Everton want to move that into the deal. I'd even sweeten it and offer them more just to get in the Champions League. The initial fee should be nowhere. The initial fee will be nowhere near over 50 million. I think it will be the add-ons which take it up, I feel. That's what it'll be. I think Manchester United are going to be in and around 45 million. And then the add-ons will be over that. And that's what you'll see on Sky because they always add the add-ons on, don't they? Just to make it look a bit more crazy and lucrative and like this outlandish deal that's going on. Just to make their deadline day look fantastic on Sky. But it won't be that. Manchester United will be bidding, I think, around about 45 plus add-ons. And that's as far as they'll go. I don't think there'll be any more. Let's see what else we've got in the chat here right now. 35 million plus Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Sancho, Donny van der Beek, Burke, Rashford. Can we put anyone in on the deal to sweeten it for Everton? They just need the cash, basically. I don't think they're bothered about anything else. But you know what? Lindelof won't be a bad shout. Send him out there. You know what? There's 40 mil and Lindelof. There you go. If you're valuing Brantwaithe at that, then surely an established international centre-back like Lindelof in the market, forget about our opinions and how much we think he is really worth. If Everton are going off what they are, which is by the book, and what they see as the market value, then throw Lindelof in as a sweetener. There you go. That'll see you through until your new stadium. You've got a proven Premier League defender in Lindelof, and we've taken Brantwaithe. Everybody's happy, covered, and everyone moves on. It would be fantastic if we could get that done. That would be gold if we could get Lindelof gone on the same deal. Include a Nana. Now that is insulting. Who said include a Nana? I didn't see that in the chat. Rico is go away then United. What do you think he's worth, Rico? I've not seen your chat from earlier on, so please just enlighten me what you think he is worth. We are going to sell Anana. Is that an Everton fan, Max, there? I'm not sure. I don't think we're selling our Anana. So we're comparing a young talent playing for United with a talent playing for Everton. The Everton talent would, of course, be half the price. I think it's just United and Everton fans arguing in the chat right now. Let's get to Debo as well. Says Leo. Let me just double check on everything that is going on with United right now, just to make sure that everything is covered on this and nothing else has come out. Yeah, like TalkSport have said as well, Everton insist they will not be forced into a quick sale for Jarrod Branthwaite before June 30th, the current PSR period ends. So, no, Everton are going to want to look like they are holding out. Like they are holding out for the best deal possible. They don't want to be forced into selling a player. They don't. They don't want to be seen to be forced into selling a player, probably is more the line we go with there. But I feel like Manchester United, like I said last night, are in the box seat with this. I think they're in the power seat right now. And I just feel like, looking through everything right now, and yeah, it's there's lots of stories going about right now. I'm just trying to get the details on a few different things. Just see now. Yep. Everything we've known already. Yeah, so we're covered on everything that's happening with Brantwaithe. No other news or anything else apart from Victor Lindelof earlier on today. We found out that Fenerbahce had put a bid in for him. So I look at it and I go, what time level do Manchester United pull out? Do we give it till the end of the month? Do we let Everton sweat till then to see if we can get anything out of them? Or do we just say, look, if you're not willing to negotiate at all, we just walk away right now. That's it. walk away. You deal with what you've got to deal with. We've got other targets in line. And United need to get moving quickly if Everton are not willing to negotiate with us. We need to move on to Yoro, Inacio, other defenders like this. And then Everton will probably be stuck, because I do believe, like I said before, that no one is going to bid anywhere near what Manchester United are for Jarrod Branthwaite. Everton are not going to get any more, I don't think, than 50 million for Brantwaithe. Who else is going to bid? Like, Real Madrid are not even bidding 40 million euros for Lenny Yoro. There's no one else out there with the money. City won't spend that much on Jarrod Branthwaite, and to be honest, City don't need a centre back. They need a left back. So City are out. Everton won't sell to Liverpool. I don't see Newcastle needing one. Honestly, Chelsea have already made their move with Adebayo and Tosin. So yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see anyone else in the equation, and Everton are going to be forced into a corner, I feel, with this one. Already moving like a serious club with transfers before we'd get a 50 million asking price and pay 70 million. Regardless of the outcome here, the signs are positive, says Karen Took the Kids with that super chat. Thank you. Love that. Cheers for that, buddy. And yeah, it does look more promising. It does. Do you know what? There's a part of me that will be even more excited if Everton reject all the way through and we don't get Brantwaithe and we walk away. There's a part of me inside that's like, I would like to see that. I would just like to see that, because United are not going to be had over anymore. That's the intriguing bit in all of it. So, Brantwaithe better than Maguire, says Rico. Maybe now, yeah. Maybe now he is, yeah. I mean, honestly, when you put everything into the picture, I think he probably is. Especially with you bringing in the age factor as well. So, yeah, I think he actually is better. But looking at it, like I said then, if United don't get the man, I think every United fan, they'll be gutted that we're not made the signing. But I think it just shows promise, and it shows that we are moving forward as a football club if we walk away from Brantwaithe. I mean, I haven't got a problem with that. I think that's good. I do. Get your comments coming in, guys. Keep them floating in on this subject. We're going to run a little bit longer yet. Please get them likes up. We're nearly over the 150 mark. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Still 500 of us in the room. Keep them coming in. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button as well, guys. Check out Tifo, the link in the description and in the chat as well right now. I reckon we'll know if the club agree with you fairly quickly. That's Louise talking to Everton fan Max. Maybe the rumoured negotiated wage seems like old United, though. It's not Mason Mount fees anyway, is it? At least it's not over 200 grand. We never learn, Adam. Offering 140 wages is ridiculous. He's on about 25 now. Maybe United had to do something just to get... And you know what? In terms of the wage side of thing, I know a lot of people have been picking up on that. In terms of them wages, maybe they are incentivised. Like, that could be the top. Then wages could be up to 160,000 a week. Maybe there was performance stuff in there, because it was reported that Marcus Rashford was on 350. He's not. He's obviously on 300, and he's on less next season because we're out the Champions League. But maybe there is incentives in that. It'll be interesting to see, like, if we do get the deal done. I think everyone then looks towards the length of the contract, what the wage structure is within that contract. Is it just straight out, yeah, you're getting that every single week, or is there incentives in that to reach that mark? I think Ineos will do things differently. They're not just going to give someone that amount of money, I don't think. And like I can see in the chat there, everybody's picking out on going in on the 42 or 25 to 160 grand. It sounds ludicrous, doesn't it? It does. And it is. When you look at the other young lads at United, like we're talking about 50, 60 million for Mainu. Garnacho's only on 50. We're playing at a higher level than what Brantwaithe is. Why is Brantwaithe coming in on 160? I think there'll be more to it, personally. But I can understand why everyone's a little bit miffed off with that. And you know what? It's a problem for Ineos to sort out, because if Brantwaithe does come in and he's on 160, whatever it is, there's been rumours of 140 to 150, 160. I've seen a few prices being branded around, but if he does come in on that price, then what does that do to the other young lads? Like, like Mainu and Garnacho playing at a different level, he's going to be on double what Rasmus Højlund is. And he's at the same age when he came in. And he's a striker. See, that doesn't make sense either. Have United just done this just to lure him in and get his head turned straight away? And get his agent on side? Like, throw them big wages at him. We can cover that. Maybe it's a 6-year deal and his wages are never ever going to go up after this. It's like everyone moaned about Maguire's wage when he first started. Like 190 grand a week was too much. But nearly 6 years on, you're already looking at Maguire being way down the pecking order in terms of the big earners at the football club. So let's just see. Let's just see what comes out with the wage side of things as well. Peter Crouch once said, if a player is reportedly on 100k a week, it always includes max bonuses and add-ons, and usually take home about 60% of the reported earnings. I think that's more realistic. Yeah, there is a lot of truth in that it's the top line and everything. Like we said with the transfer fee, like Sky will report it out as 60 million when 8 million of that could be add-ons. They've already added it in. That's what United will pay in total. It's like the old song for Martial, isn't it? In fact, 50 million down the drain. We didn't spend 50 million on Martial. We never got anywhere near it because he was nowhere near good enough. I'm saying nowhere near good enough to make Ballon d'Or standards. So, yeah, that's where we're at with it. If you walk away, you still have the potential of a player handing in a transfer request to force the clubs to hand to. Yeah, that could force Everton's hand if he did. If United walk away, what does Brantwaithe do? Everton have rejected the move. Everton fans will know that Brantwaithe wanted to move to Manchester United. It gets more and more awkward. United have just dropped the grenade into the volcano, basically. And it's if everyone can recover around it with the mess that's about to come. Or will they just evacuate the whole city and let it go in terms of letting Brantwaithe leave for Manchester United? That's the situation we're in right now. They need to move quickly and they need to make a decision if they are going to negotiate, because I don't think Ineos are in this for a long drawn out saga. I think we'll know within the next week if Ineos are going to be bringing in Jarrod Branthwaite, because like many people in the chat have picked up on, like there are other targets there that they need to move on quickly, because now the window's open. Everybody's going to be moving around, going for the players that Manchester United are going for, because, let's be honest, every player is going to be wanted by several clubs, especially the good ones and the younger players. So, Everton haven't got many other suitors for Brantwaite, I don't think. And I think that's where this plays into United's favour. I think it is a good offer. I think the offer will go up again. I think Ineos will come back in with another bid, but I don't think it'll go past the second bid. I think they will go in, second bid in, this is what we're offering, there's nothing more to come out of it, and it's a take it or leave it, I feel. And I do hope we walk away. I do. I don't want drawn out sagas. It's like, there's your price. Bang, thank you. We're done otherwise. Yeah, let's see what else we've got. An English player on a big club always gets their wages over the top. Unfortunately, you're probably right there, Kerwin. You are. Taxes high for footballers. I remember Sterling leaked his wage slip. Taxes are massive for super earners. They don't get all of that money. A lot of it is going to the government. Because the good players compare their wage to players like Maguire and know they are worth more than him, we need to fix our wage structure. Don't keep making the same mistakes over and over. I don't think we are necessarily going back into the realm of overpaying. Like, yeah, it seems a lot. 160 grand seems like an awful lot of money for a 21-year-old who's had 1 year in the Premier League. I just don't think it is going to be 160. I don't. And I think United have obviously maybe leaked out the news that it is 100 and not, and the pressure is on. I just don't know why we would leak out all of the information. I don't know if it benefits United. I don't know if Ineos think it will do. Obviously, their leak, their straight go-to man is Ornstein. He comes out with everything for United for Ineos. I personally, the way I see it going, if I'm going to give my honest opinion now, I see Everton going for 50 million. I think it may be a little bit more with add-ons. But the initial fee is going to be nowhere near that. I think the initial fee is going to be around about 45 million plus add-ons, personally. And Everton accept it. Everybody moves on. Wage-wise, I think it will be closer to the 100,000 mark. And that's still a lot. That is a lot. I mean, I think it's only fair that he goes in on what Rasmus Højlund is, which I think is around about 65, 70 grand. So just keep your eye on this one in terms of the wages. There may be some false news coming out. It might not be 160 grand a week. That may change as the reports go on, as the week goes on. Is it just me who thinks that 150 with add-ons is fine for a player moving to United compared to our old wage structure? It seems fine to me. Well, if you think that, I just said then, a 21-year-old in Rasmus Højlund is only on 60-odd, 70 grand a week. I know it's not an English player. We shouldn't really be, just because he's English, paying more money in wages. That should not be the case. United shouldn't be going down that road. But we'll see if that... I still think there is something in that. Maynard will get his money the more he on the English squad. They won't have a choice. Only his age is stopping it happening. I know, but like Brantwaithe is 21 as well. But yeah, he will. His money will come. I am excited to hear about transfers. I don't want any toxic players. No toxicity, please, Manchester United. Let's get rid of these players as quickly as possible. Let's going to quickly get through a few more chats. Close to starting. Oh, I am so happy Christmas comes early this year. I don't know what you're on about there, Carsten. Sorry, mate. Think 60k with add-ons is okay for an unproven player. Yeah, I think that's fair. I do. Like, incentivize everything that you possibly can. It's all good. Right, guys, that pretty much is your updates on everything Brantwaithe and United right now. For anyone saying you'd love to see Ineos invest money into United, well, 50 million of their money has just gone into the training side of things, into the training ground. So that's investing into the infrastructure. Do we need to lay off them a little bit? Because they are really investing money into Manchester United. But yes, guys, that is the show done and dusted. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am moving across to T4. We kickstart around about 7:30 for the Euros. Watch along Scotland playing Germany in the opener to this year's comp. There is a link in the chat and there is a link in the description, guys, to join T4. It is going to be... It's the newest thing out there, and it's going to be the best watch-along platform that there is. Trust me, the things that we're adding into this are epic. It was open to all of the members before. It's now open to everybody else as well. So I want you all across onto T4 to join me and Kaz for the Scotland versus Germany game, the opening match of this year's of this year's Euro finals. So please do join us over there, and yeah, have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the football. And we'll have more United updates, I'm sure, tomorrow, maybe even late tonight again. You know what it's like with United. Everything happens late with us. It does under Ineos anyway. But yeah, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, guys. Thank you so much for the super chats, all new members and everyone that has joined in with everything on United today in our comments section. And we'll see you over on T4 very soon. Cheers, everybody. I will see you all